let's revisit the NBA and just kind of discuss where we're at with the NBA finals and just kind of, the thoughts and opinions coming out of it. It obviously wasn't the most ideal of finals matchups. I mean, you got Denver versus Miami, which aren't bad markets at all. They're actually pretty nice markets, but it's not like a Boston Celtics versus an LA Lakers type of final. And so so looking for what would you see being the silver lining coming out of a finals of this matchup, and obviously it's looking like it's clear that Denver is the better team and is kind of going to close out this series at some point. How you guys feel about this series so far? What's your take on it?
I mean, I said, I was a little upset. I was in my feelings. I said I wasn't going to watch the finals, but I've been watching. I just love sports. Once they beat us, it was like, I'm not going to tune in. But I tuned
the Lakers.
In. It's Denver. That's what we said in the first segment, man. The Denver Nuggets are a hell of a basketball team. It's just no way around it. They don't have a weakness. They don't have a weakness in their perceived weakness would be let's attack Joker and Jamal Murray in a pick and roll, try to wear them out. But as big as Joker is, he in great shape, man. He gets up and down the court. He'll get a rebound. He'll run the fast break. He plays defense. He may not be the fleetest of foot, but he plays defense. He knows how to position his body in angles. The Denver Nuggets, they legitimately have a shot the next 5 years of winning the championship every single year because the core of their players are young. They got a head coach that understands how we want to play basketball. Like, when they're locked in, they're going to get a good shot every time down the court when they're locked in. Whether the shot goes in or not, they are going to get not a good shot. They're going to get a great shot every single time because when your best two players are unselfish, Joker want to pass the ball more than he wants to shoot it. When they're unselfish, everybody on the team knows it can be me any given night because our best players are willing to give us this opportunity. They not so much in a rush to, let me just jack up shots. They want to get everybody involved. And when you're a role player, that makes you feel good.
There are so many silver linings to this series, man. LaVar, when you started off, one of the first things that jumps out to me is that Jamal Murray missed 2 years of basketball to an ACL that he tore back in. I believe it was 2021. I was watching the game when he tore it, and for him to come back and have this effect on a basketball game in another playoffs is something to watch. And the other silver lining to it is that the Joker, he's almost has a triple-double like in the first quarter of the basketball game. He has like 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, and it's the first quarter. And you're saying to yourself, man, he's going to have a triple-double by halftime. And like you said, he's completely unselfish. Guys are getting open shots, and everybody's just playing at an ultimate high confidence of being able to make plays. They put every player on the floor in a situation to be able to make plays. And the head coach, man, I think one of the things that jumped off the page to me is that he's been able to make incredible adjustments. Every time that they put Strauss in the game, they run a pick and roll on him so Strauss can guard Jamal Murray. And everybody knows that is not a matchup that this guy can take. And I'm just surprised that we all are becoming fans of how good Bam Adebayo is. And the Joker will get the ball free throw line extended, and he will take him one-on-one, and the Miami Heat, for pride reasons or whatever they think they have, Bam is a great defender, and he takes him one-on-one. And the ball never hits. The ball, it's never a swish. He just puts the ball up on the rim,
Soft.
and it
If he's
always
soft.
seems to roll in.
If he's soft
like,
on that rim.
Either this guy is extremely intelligent because he never makes a switch. He just puts the ball up on the rim with this spin on it. It hits like the front of the rim or the side of the rim, touches the backboard, and it rolls in. And I said this during the Los Angeles Lakers series is that we are learning how highly skilled the Joker is of a basketball player because he makes great athletes who are better than him athletically look normal, look like they're not even NBA players. And one of my favorite interviews was him, and they asked him, say, Joker, why are you so good? He said, I don't know. He said, I'm fat, I'm slow, and I can't jump. But he continues to just play as the best player on the planet, man. And it's just impressive to watch the way that he goes about it, and he does it consistently night in and night out.
Does Nikola Jokic deserve to be in the conversation of greatest big man in the game?
You know what? My buddy Fred Taylor asked me this the other day. He said, would you take Nikola Jokic or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Nah.
I think Nikola has more skill.
Nah.
I think he has.
Nah.
All right, so all right.
Nah.
Hey, listen, it's hard. This one's hard.
Nah, it's not hard.
It's hard,
It's
man,
not hard.
because his
Now-
game, the range of his game exceeds and goes beyond what Hakeem Olajuwon.
But you gotta
you sit there laughing.
understand-
Plex
you
just
gotta
started something.
understand-
I'm looking at the team
You just
of
started
the
something.
Houston Rockets, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell, Otis Thorpe, Mario Ellie, Sam Cassell.
Kenny Smith.
You
Kenny
never
Smith.
had Hakeem Olajuwon never needed to be anything else other than a dominant player
But you gotta
down below.
understand the game then and the game now.
I get you.
The game now is a versatile big man.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hakeem didn't have to step out and shoot threes. He didn't have to face up from 20 feet out. It was a different game back then than what it is now. With his footwork and his touch, he would have been able to do exactly what Joker is doing now. He just didn't have to do it because the game is different. Now, to answer your question, Joker for sure is on his way.
Would
He's on
Joker
his
have
way.
been able to do everything he's doing right now in that era of
I believe
basketball?
so. Well, he wouldn't have been on a perimeter as much. It would have been down low like the big man back then was. But would he have adapted? Great players adapt and perform in any era. And they're going to perform. They're great players for a reason. They're going to adapt with the times, and they're going to perform. Joker is on his way to cementing himself as one of the best big men, best players in NBA history. He's early in his career. And so he will be mentioned with Hakeem Olajuwons and Shaqs and those guys. His name will be mentioned. But he has so far to go. But to say, would you take him over Hakeem Olajuwon? Hakeem would have adjusted, bro. He would have adjusted. He would have adjusted. That's a fact. His touch. He had a soft touch around the basket just like Joker. He would have easily adapted to what's going on.
He got to
take
win
the
one
Joker
chip
over Shaquille O'Neal.
Nah.
If you're starting a franchise, knowing what you know now, Shaquille O'Neal in his prime, Nikola Jokic in his prime right now, who do you select to start your franchise with?
With Shaq athleticism, Shaq would have got a dunk every time like he was doing back then.
But
every single time. And Shaq in his prime,
sustain in this
Shaq
current
in his
climate
prime
of the NBA?
was athletic enough to play on the perimeter defensively. He wasn't shooting it out there, but
shoot free throws,
defensively.
though.
Huh?
Couldn't shoot free throws. But
Hey, he can get an and one and just miss the and one.
The Joker doesn't have that weakness. You put him on the free throw line.
I can't. Who's gonna stop Shaq from getting to the basket? Who gonna
If
stop
you
him?
have
Nobody
if
could.
you have Shaq, Tim Duncan, Joel Embiid, and Nikola Jokic available for draft in the same exact draft with all the elements that we all know,
taking Shaq.
who are you taking out of those
I'm
four?
taking Shaq.
Hey, to the Joker's defense, nobody knew how good this guy was going to be.
But knowing what we know right now,
the fact
today,
that he's being compared to Shaq and Tim Duncan right now shows you how far he's come. But the Joker is an animal. He the best player in the NBA right now. Him or Giannis. Take your pick.
And Joel Embiid,
can we say that any of those other players were the best players in the NBA at any point in time?
Yes. Shaq was the best player
Shaq?
at a point in time. Tim Duncan was the best player.
Best?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know about the best.
Who was better than Shaq?
How many MVPs Shaq
Kobe.
Come on, man.
Kobe?
How many
Kobe
MVPs Shaq
was
win?
better than Shaq at a point in time. But
How many
Shaq
MVPs
was
did
the
Shaq
best
win?
MVP. I don't. When they were
One?
giving MVPs.
Did he get one? I don't know that he got
an
one.
MVP. Shaq
He got
should have
one?
been. Shaq should have more than one.
Shaq was never the best player in the NBA, bro. Most
Oh,
dominant, yes.
Dominant through the
best,
era, yes.
Best? No. He's never you were never going to say, okay, so he got one. He got Shaq, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was dope too. Like Tim Duncan, he's like Elijah one. Like
4 chips. Tim Duncan.
I mean, those guys together, I'll say at one point in time, all three of them were the most dominant
So you
player.
gonna sit up here and say that Shaq was never the best player in the NBA?
The
Ever?
best player in the league? No. I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
I can't do
I
it.
can.
Great
I can.
player. One of the
Most
best
dominant
winners of all time.
Average over 30.
One of the most
Getting you
dominant.
12 rebounds a game. Yeah, he was.
No.
Yeah, he
no,
was.
No way.
Yeah,
No way. But
Okay,
they're
when
saying, but they're
when
saying,
we was beating the
is
Kings,
there a debate? Is there a debate as to who is the best basketball player in the NBA right now?
Absolutely.
There's a
Absolutely.
debate. They would say
Absolutely
Joel
it
Embiid. What would it be? Joel Embiid.
I mean, it's a
Who-
three-man race every year now.
Joel Embiid himself came out and put on Twitter that the Joker should have won the MVP.
Because he should have.
No.
I mean, the stats say it.
When you talk the best player, y'all act like that guy in Milwaukee don't play basketball no more.
No. He
I didn't
definitely
say that.
plays. I didn't.
I'm
But
a
y'all acting
Giannis
like
guy.
it's just a
Giannis can
foregone
play.
conclusion that Joker the best player in the NBA.
I'm a Giannis guy.
Recency bias because Milwaukee
Get out of
Oh, you trying to
has
you
been
trying to clown
eliminated.
right
They got
now.
eliminated
He
in the first round.
He trying to clown
and
because
now
we
we
attacked
see.
Shaq.
Now we see how great of a player the Joker is,
Now,
which he is.
now you
Y'all
hate
act like
the Denver
Giannis-
Nuggets because they swept the Lakers.
No. I'm giving
did
the
sweep the
Joker his
Lakers.
credit. Buddy he a monster.
I mean,
I'm
LeBron
not
used to
gonna
be the
disrespect
best
him.
player at one
Anthony
time.
Davis has been considered to be one of the most dominant players when he's healthy. They got swept.
When?
Listen,
with LeBron James out there.
When?
If y'all
I don't
gonna
know.
act like
I don't know.
if Giannis was playing right now, he'd be doing the same thing, averaging 35, 20 rebounds, probably 5 or 6 assists every game. That's what Giannis is gonna give you.
But Giannis isn't
the
a true
playoffs.
big man. He's not a true big man.
What you mean?
We're talking
Giannis
about
is
big
not a
men.
true
What you mean
big
he's not
man.
a true big man? He don't shoot jump shots. He's straight to the rack.
Yeah, but he's not a true big man. Like Joker is a true big man. What do they
He's a
list?
small
What do they
forward.
list Giannis at?
A power
Small
forward.
What do they list Joker at?
Center.
I'm saying big man.
All I'm saying is this: you said who's the best player in the
And
NBA?
do
It's
you
either
know
the
okay,
Joker.
Hey,
okay,
do you
yeah,
know that
that's
the
fair.
NBA
That's
players?
fair.
Do you know
That's
that the NBA players get selected for the NBA All-Star game by the position that they're in? So Steph Curry is not a point guard; he's a shooting guard, and they make the NBA All-Star team based off of the
The
position
NBA, as it is
that
today,
they're
is a
in. Kevin
positionless
Durant
league.
Kevin Durant is a small forward. But in the game of basketball, he's basically a point guard and a shooting guard, but he's a small forward on paper. And to Giannis' credit, I believe he's listed as a power forward.
Yeah, he's
so
a power
so
forward.
for his whole career, he's going to be the best power forward in basketball. If he was a small forward,
But when we
don't know.
say who's the best player, nobody goes by position. If you poll
That's
100
fair.
people
No,
and you
no,
say
you-
who's the
you're
best
right.
players,
You're right.
all 100 are going to have Giannis and Joker at the top. All 100. And you can flip or flop who you have, one or two. But one or two would be those two guys. Say it again.
Not today.
Where's
Not
LeBron
today,
at?
my friend.
LeBron probably right now.
Top
I'd say
top
about
30.
7.
Top 30.
7.
Top 30.
Top 30.
Oh my! these
Let's take a
dudes-
quick break.
Top
This
7.
dude said top 30.
7.
7.
top 30,
Come
my
on,
G.
man.
Hey,
You can put 7 guys in front of LeBron right now. Come
we
on,
could put
dog.
I'm the
29 in
king.
front of. We could put 29 in front.
Y'all boys, man.
Come on, dog.
Y'all
I know you.